Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everyone. This is another exciting podcast, Pre-CalJam podcast. I think it's the last one. At least I hope it is. Brian Stensler and Dr. Gambino on the line with me today, and we are here to get people off the fence, off the bench, off the porch, off the couch, and get them involved for protecting the rights for their children, number one, but also protect the rights of chiropractic. So you guys are both obviously very involved with the CCA, and let's kind of go over what our goals are for everybody. Brian, what do you think we should do as far? So we're going to have a big, huge membership push at CalJam, right?
Yeah, man. Look, I mean, we've got some big goals set, and we're so grateful for your help and everything. You know, you've been such an amazing supporter of the CCA all these years. But look, we don't want to settle for fewer than 100 new members at CalJam. You know, 100 members, whether in-state, out-of-state, even general public. What's up, Z? Zion, he's really emphatic about the 100. You know, he wanted to go to 150, and that's why he's upset. But I think 100 is a good place to start with. And we also want to raise 10 grand for our political action fund, our media fund, you know, just for all the efforts that we're doing up at the Capitol and getting the word out about chiropractic and about what we do to the general public. So, Danny, how do you like to elaborate on that, or Billy?
Yeah, so, you know, I just saw a post. There's something's going on in Colorado with Jake American and Animal Vets, right? And he made a post saying, and if you don't know who Jake America is, he's probably one of the most foremost well-known animal chiropractors that exist in the world. Anyway, they basically gave away their rights to the vets, and so all of these chiropractors, veterinarians. All of these chiropractors who adjust animals had to show up, get out off their couches, and get into the state capital, Colorado, and lobby and really plead their case. And that motion was, they got their goal. There's more ahead, but at least they got their goal. And it's quite simple. If you're not involved, you don't really have a say on how the profession is going. You got to get off, the sidelines and into the game. That's what we're going to do at CalJam.
Cool. Now, and we also talked about accepting members from outside the state of California. Many times we work really hard to get California members, and some of them still want to sit on the fence and they still want to complain and bitch and complain. So we're going to go, just like I've done with CalJam, I want to go outside California and really promote it to outside chiropractic, outside people from other states. Because what happens in California usually goes across the country. At least that's what I've seen in my 58 years of life. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I mean, 100%. It's less than $200 a year to be a member of the California Chiropractic Association for out of state. And, you know, chiropractic doesn't have boundaries. It doesn't have borders.
Exactly.
You look at, first of all, you look at what's going on in Texas right now. You know, people like, well, Texas is whatever. But let me tell you something. There's a lot of chiropractors in Texas, and if you do subluxation correction, that may go away because the Texas Medical Association is saying that you can no longer diagnose, you can no longer do anything with the nerve system. So some people may say, well, we don't do diagnosis anyway, where other chiropractors do. But the fact of the matter is, if you can't deal with neurological issues, how can you say that you're a subluxation-based chiropractor? I mean, they may lose everything, and believe me, after the way that we opposed SB 277, they'd love to be able to get rid of the chiropractors in California.
Of course.
So, so this is like Doctors Without Boundaries type of thing. There's no borders here. We need to basically get as many people in California. There's no excuse for a California doctor to not be a member of the CCA. But if you're outside of California, we'd love that support too. And obviously Texas can use some of your support financially. But everything that happens in California, just transcends for the rest of the country and the rest of the world, and we need to act now.
Right.
Yeah. And we're talking for less than $20 a week to be able to support the profession that gives you the right.
$20 a month.
Yeah.
$16.
Yeah.
You probably spend that on coffee in a week.
Yeah.
So
easy.
I don't know. I you know me, and I just really can't handle apathy. So the other thing I wanted to mention too is that is there a rate for just general public? Because I mean, if they're chiropractic, they go to a chiropractor on a regular basis, they want to make sure that those rights are still protected. I mean, I can see things coming down the pike, whether it's restricted access for taking care of children, restricted communication on things like vaccines. I mean, the reality is, what's going to happen is, like, whether it's happening in Texas or here or wherever, they're going to keep putting up small little gates and barricades, which will ultimately just hog tie all of us from doing really anything that preaches anything to do with health. I mean, we're going to be so hog tied, we're not even going to be able to discuss really what real chiropractic is in the future, in my opinion. And you're seeing that going on. So it's going on. I mean, I predicted that was going to happen in Australia. You know, it's like Australia's actually. I call Australia Nazi Australia, and I call California Nazi Australia or Nazi-fornia, because we're seeing such a dominant force by the medical cartel and the medical Gestapo to control any access to anything outside of their small monopolistic kind of drugging and vaccines and surgery kind of BS. So I think it's important we get the general public involved too.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a couple different options. If you're a family of a full active member, it's only $42.50 for the year. We're actually working on having, we're tiering our membership and everything. We're looking for like a $5 a month type of membership for the general public. So when we're at CalJam, we're going to be passing around cards and stuff to gather as much information from the general public too, because I think you're going to have at least 400 people there, sellout crowd at CalJam. And
400 general public, not 400 people.
400 general public, yes.
Right,
no,
right.
like 20,000 people. No, I think we have 3,000 people there.
2,500, close to 2,500.
2,500. Well, we're gonna have to get that up to 3,000. But yeah, 400 general public people there, and so every one of them can be members of the CCA for freaking $5 a month or something. So that's stuff that we've been working on. And
let me ask
really
you this, because I don't know, what kind of benefits would they get from that other than just making sure their practice rights are protected? Is there anything they have access to, anything on the internet or anything like that, or what?
Well, we have there's plenty. First of all, number one is they get to practice in California or they get to support chiropractic in the state of California, whether or not they're in California. So like you said, whether it's they're in Colorado or New York, it's coming their way. The second thing is they get their CEs handled. So all that continuing education gets handled. They get access to a huge resource, member resource. They just submit a ticket if they got any questions about, insurance, or they get clinical questions, and they can submit a ticket. There's district meetings. There's state level meetings they can participate in and find out what's going on. I get a lot of questions about, what's going on. They get newsletters. They get lots of information about what's going on, and the ability to participate at the state capitol. We have our legislative day coming up on March 7th. We're encouraging all these doctors, and this is the first year that we've been able to make the CCA legislative conference free for members. So usually there's a membership or a registration fee, and this year is free because the CCA is handling it because it's that important.
Cool.
Yeah,
my question was kind of directed at what can the general public get out of it other than just guaranteed access to chiropractic? Is there anything that we can give them as a return?
When we look at the chiropractic champions, basically is what they are. It's not so much the what am I going to get out of it. It's more about those people, the attitude. What can I give?
Exactly, I know, but some people don't
whether we have
understand
a benefit for them or not, there may be something where they could get some of the discounts. The affinity discounts and stuff on car insurances and health and things like that. Sure, they'll probably be eligible for a lot of those discounts as well, but they become another number when we go to the Capitol and we say, no, we don't have just 3,000 members, we've got 30,000 members.
Right.
And so with that, they get power, they get voting power. So we're not necessarily looking to attract somebody for $5 a month who's going to say, what do I get out of this? I want them to say, how can I give them? And $5 is not even enough.
Right.
Yeah. So, and kind of what Danny was talking about before with the member benefits, he's got lists and lists and lists of member benefits, but we have it summed up as one easy word: CCA Cares, CARE. It's all about community, it's about advocacy, it's about all of the resources and the education.
Perfect.
And so that's really what CCA is going to give the membership as a bundle for the doctors, whether they're in California again or not, because they'll have accessibility to all of those things that we offer.
And a doctor from outside California could also access any of that CE stuff as well outside the state?
So they wouldn't necessarily have the CE because they're paying a much lower price,
Okay.
But they would get discounts on the CE,
Okay.
of course.
All right.
Yeah.
Just asking questions because I don't know.
That's great questions.
All right. You know what I was thinking today? I was thinking this in my car driving to. I went and did a corporate health talk today, and I haven't done one in a while because I've been so busy with CalJam, and I forgot how fun they were. And I went in there and I kind of pushed the needle as much as I really can. I've done in public because I felt a good audience, and we signed up 14 out of 20 for prepay for. I'm ready to ramp my practice back up because I've been spending so much time on my practice. But I was in the car. Sorry to be long-winded. I was thinking. I'm bringing probably 80 to maybe 100 of my peeps to the gig. Obviously, there's going to be more incentive for people to come because, I'm speaking and stuff and playing guitar. But, I got Howard Cohn bringing 50 people. I've got Brad Glowacki's bringing 50 people. Bergman's bringing 50. I got a guy up in Oxnard that's bringing 50. I was thinking, if we just got a few chiropractors to do that, we could literally fill the Coliseum. And that's when we're going to make these massive shifts in consciousness. And I got chiropractors that don't even bring their staff, which I don't understand. But there's a lot of things I don't understand, and I've really tried to not try to understand a lot of things because you'll start to go mental. But this thing isn't really that hard. I really think we're at a huge turning point in human consciousness as far as. We got to keep kicking the like. You brought up that other bill that we're up against, the parenting bill. I don't even know the number. Is it 18?
It's SB 18, yeah.
Yeah, SB 18. You're debating on whether or not we should back that. We got to back everything that's destroying rights for us for access for real chiropractic. But also, I know where all this is headed unless we all willingly stand up to the machine,
Yeah, when I was talking to Brian earlier, we were saying that the CCA is like the last stronghold against them just running rampant over, the healthcare professionals and the public with their crazy laws.
Right.
So it's for that reason alone, it's worth it.
Right.
Yeah.
And why would there? You said you had a little bit of. It wasn't totally received by the entire CCA, or is that something I'm not supposed to talk about? Or,
yeah, that stuff was all talked offline. Just to give you a little background.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
But basically, there's people that want to protect our association and our doctors, and they have to do their due diligence. And a lot of people think that getting in this battle is not a good idea for our profession in California. And there are a lot of people that think we have to do it absolutely positively. So,
because
we're
if it's not us, who's going to do it? Like Danny just said, we're the last friggin' resistance to the machine.
I'm with you 100%, and that's what we're fighting for. We want to do what's right. You don't always, doing what's right is not always the popular thing or the best thing for the organization at that time, but you do what's right because it's what's right.
Right.
And in the end, it ends up being best for everybody involved.
Right.
Mm-hmm. What I think what many doctors at least forget is that they're looking right at their tables and their practice and their needs, and they're not looking at a bigger picture of what's going on. And Brian Kelly said the best. He says, take care of chiropractic above your table. Outside your office is really where chiropractic shines. And so that's really where, I know for Brian and myself at least, that's how we envision chiropractic as one profession for everybody. That it's a right, it's not a privilege, it's a right. Just woke up from a nap. We're doing good.
I know. I was just going to comment. We were both saying, wow, it's nice that he's got time for a nap today. But it's a good day for a nap, though. I'm going to say that.
Yeah.
I can only say how many things that I or Leslie Hewitt have done in the past 3 hours while he was napping.
Right.
And Billy, what you've been doing. Come on now.
Yeah.
You owe us time, Danny.
Yeah, it's all right. I was up till 3 a.m. last night working on stuff for CalJam. But, that's when my juices flow. After 10 o'clock, I wake up. And then I got up late today. I got up at 9:30, so I got 6.5 hours sleep. So some of us work better at different times. So maybe he's taking a nap and he's going to burn the midnight oil with me later tonight. All right, anything else you guys want to touch on?
I'm just, if anyone that's still listening, if they haven't bought their tickets for CalJam yet, I want to plug that. What the heck? My 13-month-old, 12-and-a-half-month-old, it'll be his second CalJam. He was there at like 5 weeks old last year. He loved it. He couldn't believe it. Billy, he was clapping at your thing the whole time at 5 weeks old, 6 weeks old.
Cool.
So he's looking forward to his second CalJam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to Roberto Monaco, what was it, yesterday or 2 days ago. And he works with a lot of chiropractors, and he's just astounded by all these people that have never been in the 10 years. And he's just thinking to himself, why would you not go? And I'm going, that's what I say all the time, but sometimes I think that some people just aren't into chiropractic as much as you and I. They look at more as just a job. They're going to go crack some backs to make some money, and that's the way. They don't look at it as like with the same zeal and passion that we do to literally change the consciousness on the planet. And it just, some of us are just wired different, and my brother said it the same way, so.
And one thing, Billy, is that Cal Jam is way different. It's not a seminar.
I know.
It's like an experience. You got to go. And anybody who's ever been is always working to get back there.
Right.
If you've never been, you don't know what you're missing, and you just have to assume that it's a bunch of hype or craziness. But I know how many people, like we got a bunch of pre-Chiro students showing up as well. And they got excited because I got excited about it, and they're going to show up. And some of them, that's not their first Cal Jam, and they couldn't wait to get there. Some of them are, going to be, getting a hotel together. So I said, you're never going to sleep in your hotel. You're going to be at the place until, God knows when.
Yeah.
So, they can't know what they don't know.
Right.
And they have to go by our, excitement and enthusiasm and influence to get there, and that's really what it's about.
Right. All right, you guys, I got to wrap it up because I got to mosey on out of here, but we got a goal to sign. I don't even think we talked about the 10,000. We're trying to raise $10,000 too.
$10,000.
That should be a cakewalk.
That should be a cakewalk. So when you see the CCA people walking around, don't turn away like the people do at your screenings.
All right. Some people do that at church too, I think. When they pass around the little money basket, they kind of just, they want to.
We should do that, yeah. So don't try not to make eye contact with me or Danny or Leslie or any of us CCA members there. Make eye contact with us. Give us a hug. Join. Sign up. We're going to have a booth there the whole time. And we look forward to being a part of the biggest festival of chiropractic on the planet.
And we're all going to celebrate and love each other.
Amen.
All right, you guys, thank you so much. As I always say, rock and roll. And, hey, Danny, go back to your nap now, okay? Sorry.
My nap.
Tell Kim we're sorry we woke you guys up.
Love you, Billy.
I love you guys. Thank you so much, you guys.
Can buy me love, love, can buy me love, love me do. You know I love you. 8 days a week, I love you. All my loving I will send to you. And before too long I fell in love with her. Who knows how long I've loved you. I love you, I love you, I love you. You're asking me, will my